أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم واذكر في الكتاب مريم إذ انتبذت من أهلها مكانا شرقيا فاتخذت من دونهم حجابا فأرسلنا إليها روحنا فتمثل لها بشرا سويا قالت إني أعوذ بالرحمن منك إن كنت تقيا قال إنما أنا رسول ربك لأهب لك غلاما زكيا قالت أنى يكون لي غلام ولم يمسسني بشر ولم أك بغيا صدق الله العظيم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. My dear respected brothers, elders, listeners, the verses of the Holy Quran that I have recited are from Surah Maryam, which is in Para 16, and this surah which comes immediately after Surah Al-Kahf, which begins in Para 15 and ends in the beginning of Para 16. And immediately after this, Surah Maryam begins. And from Surah Maryam, I have selected the second ruku. Reason being, in this ruku, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned about the story of Maryam alayhi salam. And the birth of Prophet Isa alayhi salam. And before the birth of Prophet Isa alayhi salam. Isa alayhi salam speaking when he was a baby, and what he had mentioned at a time when babies do not speak. And then the different sects of Christianity. All this has been mentioned in this ruku number 2 in Surah Maryam. Before this ruku, the beginning of the surah, the first ruku, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned about Zakaria alayhi salam and how he made his supplication to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in his old age had granted him a son who was called Yahya alayhi salam. Yahya alayhi salam was the cousin brother of Isa alayhi salam. Zakaria alayhi salam was the uncle of Maryam, Hazrat Maryam. And regarding this family, we will also find detail in Surah Ali Imran, which comes immediately after Surah Al-Baqarah in para number 3. And the surah is called Ali Imran, which means the family of Imran. And the father of Maryam alayhi salam, his name was also Imran. As we know, the father of Musa alayhi salam, his name was Imran also. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions that his beloved Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, remember in the book, meaning in the Holy Quran, Maryam. Now regarding Maryam alayhi salam, a few points that we should know. So in English, sometimes we may know the name in Arabic, but sometimes the youngsters, our youth, especially those that are in the school, they commonly hear the name Mary. So, Mary in English is referring to Maryam. Because if sometimes you ask a student that is studying in school, who is Mary, they will mention what they have learned about Mary in school, not knowing that is Hazrat Maryam. So that is just a name in English, but we will still be called Hazrat Maryam. So what our aqidah regarding Isa alayhi salam and Hazrat Maryam should be very clear. We should know the names in English. Sometimes you ask a student, who is Jesus? When you mention the name Jesus, they will mention what they have heard about Jesus in school, not knowing that that is the English and the Arabic is Isa, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned in the Holy Quran. So it's very important that we know the names in English and also the names in Arabic and what our aqidah and belief is related to them. So now we'll start first one, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned about Maryam alayhi salam, that remember her in the book. Because before her birth, her mother, she had made a dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, oh Allah, grant me a child, a boy. And when this boy is born, he will be waqf and kept in Baytul Maqdis in Jerusalem, in this masjid, and he will only serve and do ibadah of you and serve the deen. So she had made this dua, supplication, but rather than a boy, she had given birth to a girl. And then she had named her Maryam. وَإِنِّي سَمَّيْتُهَا Maryam. She also named her Maryam. And if you look at the meaning of Maryam, the Mufassirin write, it means khadima. So khadim is someone who serves, and is used for the female khadima, for the female that serves. But yet she did not know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in her progeny, that what will happen, there will be a prophet that will be born, and how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give her such a status. At that time she had said, وَلَيْسَ الذَّكَرُ كَالْأُنْثَى, that the dua she made was for the boy, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had planned something else, and Allah had given her a girl. And she, as Allah mentioned, وَإِنِّي سَمَّيْتُهَا Maryam, she named her Maryam. So now Allah, this was regarding the birth of Hazrat Maryam. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions about her, إِذِ انْتَبَذَتْ مِنْ أَهْلِهَا مَكَانًا شَرْقِيًّا. Remember that time when she withdrew herself from the people to the far east. You have Mashriq, you have Maghrib. Maghrib is the west. Mashriq is the east. So Sharqiyya. She left her people. Some say it could be because she wanted to go in seclusion and make a dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And she wanted to be totally away from everyone. Some of the Mufassirin write, just as ladies experience their monthly circle, that this was coming to an end, and now she wanted to go to have a bath, and then she wanted to go in seclusion alone where no one is there. So these are the few differences the Mufassirin have mentioned. She went out, some say it's about 7-8 miles the distance where she was. فَاتَّخَذَتْ مِن دُونِهِمْ حِجَابًا. Now, she had put hijab, it means like parda, a screen, a veil. So to get in this seclusion, she had screened herself from others. She went into hijab. At that moment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had sent Angel Jibreel alayhi salam. فَأَرْسَلْنَا إِلَيْهَا رُوحَنَا. We had sent our ruh. Ruh here refers to the angel Jibreel alayhi salam. And we can find from other places in the Holy Quran, نزل به الروح الأمين in para 19, وإنه لتنزيل رب العالمين. The Quran is sent from by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And who brought this Quran onto our beloved Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam? نزل به الروح الأمين. Ruh al-Amin is referred to Jibreel alayhi salam. Like here, Ruh that has come, it refers to the angel Jibreel alayhi salam. فَتَمَثَّلَ لَهَا بَشَرًا سَوِيًّا. And Jibreel alayhi salam, the form he came in was in a complete human form. And this is something not odd, because we find our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam had seen Jibreel alayhi salam in his original form 2 times. And other times he would come in the form of a companion who's very handsome, and his name was Dihya Kalbi radiyallahu anhu. So like you have jinns, they can also, Allah has given them this power where they can change their form also. Sometimes they come in the form of cats or others. Likewise, angels can also come in the form of a human. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Jibreel alayhi salam, and he came in the form of a complete human. Now, Hazrat Maryam, seeing this, where she has screened herself that a man that has entered, as she seemed to think that this is danger, that he may have bad intentions. So she said, قالت إني أعوذ بالرحمن منك إن كنت تقيا. I ask protection, refuge by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah protects me from you. إن كنت تقيا, that if you have any piety, then you should leave. So there's a few meanings that the Mufassirin have mentioned. إن كنت تقيا. It could be if you have any taqwa, piety, then you will leave and go. Leave me. And in kunta taqiyya could also mean even if you are pious, still I'm asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for protection, that He protects me. This is why Hazrat Maryam, while she is in this seclusion, a man that has come, as she thought, that of course what she was thinking, that he had bad thoughts. Now Jibreel alayhi salam immediately responded, قَالَ إِنَّمَا أَنَا رَسُولُ رَبِّكَ. Jibreel alayhi salam replied, إِنَّمَا, indeed I am a messenger from your Lord. Rasul also can come in a meaning of Rasul, as it has come as a messenger, like Allah said. And Rasul can also come as a messenger bringing this news, like Jibreel alayhi salam. So the word Rasul here, it refers to as a messenger bringing this news. So Jibreel alayhi salam was there to give her this glad tidings, this news, لِأَهَبَ لَكِ غُلَامًا زَكِيًّا, that I will grant you a very intelligent child. Zaki, intelligent, wise. So he was just there to give this news. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you a child, and this child will be very intelligent. Immediately Hazrat Maryam replied, قالت أَنَّا يَكُونُ لِي غُلَامٌ وَلَمْ يَمْسَسْنِي بَشَرٌ وَلَمْ أَكُ بَغِيًّا. That how will this happen? How will I have a child? No man has touched me, and neither have I done anything indecent. So for the child to be born, the usual procedure, the asbab, the means is either that one is married to a woman, and then through this marriage, then the child is born. Or the second way is where a haram action is done, zina is done. Hazrat Maryam clearing these points that these two things, I am free from this. And it's very clear. So our aqidah is very clear regarding Hazrat Maryam. So sometimes the other things that are taught regarding Hazrat Maryam, Mary, what had happened is incorrect. As the Holy Quran makes it very clear, وَلَمْ يَمْسَسْنِي بَشَرٍ, that no man has touched me and I have not done anything indecent. Jibreel alayhi salam replied, قَالَ كَذَلِكَ قَالَ رَبُّكِ هُوَ عَلَيَّ هَيِّنٍ. This is what will happen, this is how it will be. And for your Lord it's easy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has done this before. Allah mentions in Surah Al Imran, إِنَّ مَثَلَ عِيسَى عِنْدَ اللَّهِ كَمَثَلِ آدَمَ. The example of Isa alayhi salam is like the example of Adam. Allah created Adam alayhi salam without a mother and father. And Allah created Isa alayhi salam without a father. This is Allah's qudra, His power. He can do what He likes. He's not in need of asbab and means. He is the most powerful. And the purpose of sending Isa alayhi salam, Allah mentioned, وَلِنَجْعَلَهُ آيَةً لِلنَّاسِ, so he will be a sign for the people. وَجَعَلْنَا ابْنَ مَرْيَمَ وَأُمَّهُ آيَةً وَآوَيْنَاهُمَا. Another place in the Quran it comes, Isa alayhi salam, he will be sent, this will be a mu'jiza, a miracle, a sign for the people. وَرَحْمَةً مِنَّا, and also a mercy from us. وَكَانَ أَمْرًا مَقَضِيًّا. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala further says that this is something that which will happen. It's decided it will happen. So we'll stop here. This is the pre-birth of Isa alayhi salam. And in the next dars, inshallah, we'll try and cover regarding Maryam alayhi salam, that when she conceived, what had happened, when she gave birth to Isa alayhi salam, and then Isa alayhi salam, further he spoke. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to understand and keep us firm on our aqidah. Ameen. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun, wa salamun ala al-mursaleen, walhamdulillah.